Hey everybody, and welcome back for some more Honorbound. So, uh,
Stuff happened. You guys destroyed things.
yeah, and I showed the black marble, and
And
Martur apparently
after
recognizes
after
it.
Afro's eyes go wide.
My
Martur.
man, uh, monster he used to work for would send that out with all of his orders that he filled. Whoever whoever bought those people that were massacred down in the cave, we bought them from. He got away and left me to rot. And
I recognize that.
we need to find
Says
him.
says Elaine. That comes in with some of the shipments of wool from Woolroth.
Wool.
Well,
Human wool?
She shakes
I mean,
her head. I've
Bowen,
never inspected
I know you're not the
barrels.
brightest tool in the box, but
Now. I didn't insult you, Elf, and I expect no less.
What?
I wasn't talking to you, lady. I was talking to my friend.
just talking to Bowen.
But humans do not produce wool. You guys
Well,
have a scrawny hide at
What?
best.
he always liked to get his hands into everything he could, though, so he could be dealing in wool.
And slaves.
Wool hardly
And slaves.
seems like a black market commodity, but what do
And
I know?
demons.
Curiously, you could just call it pieces of cloth, and you would be historically accurate because African slaves used to be called pieces of cloth.
The more you know.
Similar traits. Yeah.
The more you know.
Well,
This is a piece of wool.
so it looks to me like we've got a few options here. We can return these children to the town.
Well, let's do that first, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, we need to rest and recuperate before we go chasing down any
And it might be
slavers anyways.
it might be nice to have a place where we can gather some information before making our actions. All right, where's this city we're taking these little pipsqueaks?
West of here, Tef, port city.
Sure. You lead the way.
Okay.
How many
Where's the
children are
clock?
there?
There are about 9 of them, if I remember correctly from my 1, 2,
There were
3,
6
4,
last
5,
time.
6, 7, 6, not 9. They didn't multiply.
Okay. So the lady leads the way. Can we have the priest take up the rear?
Yeah, the police
And
does
then I'll
take
take
up
one flank, and hopefully someone can take the other flank, and we can like keep these children herded.
You heard them through the forest for the
Not
first
let
night.
them wander off.
Anything specific you guys want to do on the first day of journey towards Tiff?
Keep
Okay.
an eye out for bad guys.
Yeah.
Keep
Well,
walking.
besides that. So, what's your pace? You go.
I cast light on like rocks and show it to the children, and then I like wave my hand over it, and the light goes out, and I wave my hand, and the light comes back.
My question
Yeah,
is, you're
keep
not rushing, but you're not going too slow either.
Well, we have
So
a
like a
whole
normal-
we have a whole gaggle of children with us, so we have to go at whatever pace the children can keep up with.
Yeah.
So we're limited by their capabilities, and we try and stick to it
Yeah.
to make them so they're not like suffering from being forced marched. This is not like the Baton Death Marches or anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah. But we also try to keep them focused and moving.
Yeah,
And
we have them all hold on to a piece of rope together so that no one gets lost.
I
and
do
we'll
have
sing
that long
songs.
strip of rope so we can tie the children together.
You don't need to tie them
Um,
together. You just need to tell them to hold the rope and not let go.
Okay, that
Haven't
sounds
you
that's
ever-
actually
Yeah.
that's surprisingly cute insight, Theron.
I don't know
and
how you humans get your offspring from point A to point B without getting them lost. You tie them up, you shackle and manacle your offspring.
Are you really
Um,
objecting to this?
I just, it feels like there's a better way to do
I
it.
like the hold on to the rope plan.
They're surrounded on all
look-
4 sides. If they're also holding onto a rope, we should be fine.
And I don't know what the other priest is up to, but I can like sprinkle around my little divine guidances if the children need help with skill checks to keep up the pace. So I
No,
try.
because I said you take a sorry, gone.
I,
You were trying to. I try.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm good.
Okay, good. So your first day traveling, Erin tells you that at this pace you should be in Tiff by tomorrow afternoon, and she suggests a camp, um, just by the river. You've basically been following the river all this way.
Okay.
That's nice.
Sets up a camp. The children just they help her set up just a place that they can sleep, so they're not affected by the winds in the night, the cold winds in the night. They don't have enough sleeping bags for them to use, so Elaine and Wace offer them their own, but some of the children don't have enough space in them.
So, do the children seem to know Elaine?
The children, yes, seem to know Elaine. They're more like they're more friendly to race, and a couple of the children kind of talk to Elaine as well. But most of them seem to be partly frightened of her as well.
So
Not necessarily frightened in the idea that they don't. They're like, they're more of a respect kind of all around her. So while they'll joke around, jump on ways, and do silly goofs and gags, they just say hello and respond respectfully to Elaine.
I want to speak to Elaine a little bit more when we're all kind of rested and the children are either asleep or not paying attention.
Yeah,
And I want to
yeah.
say
The children are asleep and gone.
you were mentioning something about that demon and how people weren't believing you. To be honest, I wasn't paying any attention to you whatsoever. I was kind of, picking up arrows, and I just thought you were babbling senselessly. But now I realized that you might have had something important you were saying. You want to refresh that?
Well,
That's how you talk to the
if
ladies,
you ask,
right there.
if you ask so nicely, she grins. There's been weird happenings, as I said before. There's this Wolof and Jude not answering our calls. Strange thing happened on our way to Tensin when we were visiting to talk to some relatives. We met the cleric of Ferumbra on the way. He claimed that he lost his power and it suddenly disappeared. But the witches found him and took him away. And shortly after that,
Witches?
the Sisters of Shadow, of the Shadow, or whatever they call themselves.
They kidnapped a priest of Felumbra? Those.
Well, he was not a priest anymore, and seemingly he went mad from whatever I heard. When we actually reached Tensin, there were a couple of killings by a man in grey robes that suddenly disappeared from the crime scene.
That's the caster.
And what does this have to do with the giant demon?
It's part of the weird happenings around. I don't know where the demon comes from, but I imagine, looks at Martur, that the caster was not a cleric. He was too far away from Sid Lake, and seemingly he didn't know the ways up to Tiff. So I don't think he would know how to make his way to the Sunken Gardens.
What are the Sunken Gardens?
That is the name of the little valley that you guys saw at the exit of the Ogre's camp.
I don't remember a valley.
We were in a valley.
You were on a vantage. You were in a valley. You were on a vantage point, and you saw the valley as I told you.
Is that not where we're walking through?
No, you're walking on the other side of the river now. So you're on north of the river when you were in the Ogre camp, and now you are south of the river, walking west.
When did we cross the river?
We never did. We waded through it to get to the cave, right? And then we came back
that's
out.
where
And
Rain. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
we've
where
never-
Rain went.
we've never
through.
been north of the river,
Okay.
but I guess we saw a valley north of the river through
Okay.
that western passage in the cave. Right.
Makes more sense now.
All right. So things are complicated. Evil spellcasters. I don't
Now
know.
there's something else though. She looks up at. There was this Silver Robes monk that foretold about a week before of the started that the world is changing and those who do not adapt will be consumed by it. Bullshit, as always, but still,
If it's
I can't
bullshit, why
disregard
did
that
you
those things are
bother
happening.
bringing it up?
As I said, every
You know what?
bit of
My
information
aunt
might.
once stole one of my silver spoons. It was total bullshit. Look, Ellen or Elaine.
Didn't she also
or
hook up with
whatever.
the druid? What? Oh wait, no, wrong character.
No, my aunt had nothing to do with those scummy druids. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just saying, if things don't mean anything, don't bring them up. But if they mean something, don't pretend they don't. So, spill it. What's the deal with this thing?
Though there were a couple of or a weird order. They call themselves the Order of the Eye. I haven't heard much of them, and they disappear as soon as they appear. But sometimes they drag people with them, and not the idea that they drag people with them forcefully. They come of their own accord.
So they're not dragging them with them at all.
In my opinion, it's dragging with them. I've seen people that are fervently against them. Only one morning waking up, going on a journey, and saying they found spiritual clarity. She spits in
Have
the
you
fire.
seen any very large, like green beans lying around, or some sort of?
There's no need to be so cynical, Theron. My order too, or great men in my order have also made such prophecies. I am not smart enough to interpret them on my own, but the consensus seems to be that great war is coming.
Well,
And
this
we
is
would do
no
best
good.
to prepare.
She shakes her head. War is always here, whether it be small or big.
You have not yet seen war, my dear.
Have you?
None of us have. The chaos that is set to sweep this world will be the likes of which Solemn has never seen.
That is something that I'd rather not ever see.
It is not for us to question what the gods have set in motion, only to serve in our due place.
She shakes her head and then starts laughing. I've heard the same thing from Race 3 times now. You clerics are, well, not all the same, but they're very similar.
They're all the same.
Are we? It would appear that Race's place in this great war will be to guide the children. I am cursed to be at the eye of the storm.
Well, I
Don't pretend you
myself,
don't love
and
it.
I myself, and she pats her chest, would like to be there as well when all this shit starts frying.
What's the name of her town? Tinson?
Tiff.
Tiff.
Tinson
so
was
we're-
another town, though, wasn't it?
We bypassed it. So now we're at the river, and then
I thought we weren't allowed to look at the map.
Yeah, I thought
not?
we weren't looking at the map either. If we're looking at the map, let's look at the map.
I said no.
I didn't know we were
Yeah,
allowed to look at the map. I was not here for that conversation.
That was like one of the first sessions. He was like,
Yeah. No, you can. I mean, I'm not necessarily that against it now.
Can I buy a map somewhere, and then can I look at
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I can look at the map just to have a better idea where you are right
Okay.
now.
Listen.
So we're right by the river.
All right,
You're basically halfway towards Tiff.
so
and
we're heading
Loroth is
towards
just-
Tiff. Yeah.
Yes.
Tiff
Loroth
is
is
to
just
our
the next
west,
town up.
right? Seed Lake was to our east.
And the torrent, the river
Right.
you are following, is to your right as you face west.
Okay. Wait a minute. So the goblin, that cave that we went in, was that the waterfall at Seed Lake?
Yes.
Okay.
How did we get all the way over there?
You moved over there from Golden
While
Sword.
tracking,
So that's
while
a-
tracking
a
the
straight line.
goblins. I guess that makes
Yeah.
sense.
Exactly.
Okay, it just... Because I thought the lake was not that deep. Or I thought the waterfall pool was pretty small. I didn't realize it was a full-fledged lake that we were swimming across to get to a waterfall.
we still haven't found the goblins.
Yeah. Okay. That's right, we didn't find any goblins in there, did we?
Nope.
You
We tracked
didn't.
goblins to the cave and then found no goblins,
Well, we
which is kind
tracked
of
them from the cave.
Yeah, we backtracked them.
We might have killed all the goblins. They could just be dead.
Something to consider. All right.
Wow,
Well, so
I
we're
did not
pretty much-
realize we got that far east.
Alright,
Apparently,
whatever.
apparently we all
That
have a very
happens-
poor sense of direction.
That happens
There was a
on the
mountain
world.
range involved. I didn't realize we were. The cave
No,
was
we
part
just-
of a mountain, right?
Yes. I mean,
Okay.
Well, hill.
the shield face wall.
I mean, that big gray blob on the map is the mountain range.
Yeah,
I see.
Nalwar
Yeah.
Mountains.
But I guess if it was a thick forest, it may have been hard to tell exactly. All right.
Yeah.
See how useful looking at the map can be, though? Now we understand things so much better.
Well, let's,
So the wool-
let's get to Tith.
Clarity.
Yeah.
Let's get to Tith. Yeah.
So the wool
Okay.
comes from Tinson, is that what she said, or it comes from wool?
No. From Wolof.
Woolroth.
Okay.
The wool comes from Wolof.
And it's not wrathful wool, it's just a coincidence.
Yeah, it's Roth, not Wrath.
It's the same root in Latin. Never mind.
Okay.
Okay, so in that night, I guess you'll sleep.
Well, we take shifts, you know. I'll meditate for 4
Yeah.
hours and then take shifts or whatever.
Okay, give me the order.
I'll stay up for 4 hours, then sleep while you guys...
Well, no,
Big
we should
ships?
put one
I
of the
think
people
it's
who don't
best
have
if we
dark vision first, and then put the people with dark vision in the middle.
Last.
Okay,
Sure, I can go first.
okay. Ryan, me, Justin?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay,
Nice.
so
And we can leave.
What's-
I mean, we do have two others, but we'll probably not trust them, and we can take our own watches.
I also don't think you need more than 3 people to have an efficient watch if one of them's an
Nope.
elf,
Yeah.
so
Yep.
that everyone
no,
gets eight
because
hours.
a long rest,
Is 8
Has
hours including
2
2 hours
hours.
of watch.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you guys each
I think
watch
it's-
for 2 hours and I watch for 4 hours, that's 8 hours of watching, and that's enough sleep for everyone.
I kind of like that they included that specifically, that you're allowed to take watches during your long rest.
Yeah.
Because otherwise you have to sleep
Second
for
edition
10 hours.
planning out watches, yeah, it was a
If you had 3
Pain in the ass.
spellcasters, one of them had to not take a watch unless you were doing like 1 hour watches. It was
It was frustrating.
okay.
So, let's see. Let's start with Martur.
okay. I'm gonna disappear for
Not
a minute.
again.
I'll be asleep. BRB.
Okay, so Martur, in the night, your mind goes adrift, and you are taken by dreams. You hear your voice. You hear your name being called by a deep, rumbling voice, familiar. Your body becomes air, and the wind embraces you in its wing. Down long valleys, the wind sweeps you up. Valleys blue with morning mist, hanging in the air. Some forested with evergreens, some bare where grasses and wildflowers would soon spring up. It howls across half-buried ruins and broken monuments, all as forgotten as those who built them. What once was, will never be again, the voice says again. The wind moans in the passes, weather-worn cuts between the peaks, capped with snow that never melted. Thick clouds clung to the mountaintops, so that snow and white billows seem one. A ring, spinning clockwise, slowly stops, and with it, the flowing snow stops in place as well. Then rapidly it goes in reverse. And it stops, slowly starting to go forward. The ruins are whole again, and the monuments adorned yet again with marble tiles and filled with worshippers. A peaceful kingdom, powerful and flourishing. A king that holds it all together, a good and just king. But at the heart of it, shadow has corrupted the light. The king's son is a friend of the dark, and he plots to overthrow his king. You are watching all of this, as you would be a spectator, somebody who already knows what's going to happen. The ring starts spinning faster. A hunting trip. The king, his son, and his advisor. A man whose name you do not see. But then there's another man on foot that walks as fast as the horses trot. A man whose face, young, yet recognizable, haggard. People in dark cloaks, clutching spears and knocking arrows in the bushes. The assassination fails, as Haggard takes the spear meant for the king in his left arm. The plot uncovered, and the traitor exposed but escaped from justice. Father laments his son fall, and son plots further away and starts building an army of spawn of the underworld, drow and monsters. The ring spins faster. War erupts, and everything is torn apart and broken. The last battle, King and his honor guard, of 4 in number, at the middle of it all, battling the demon lords. Son meets father in combat, and they battle. The final blow is dealt, and son dies, uttering, "We shall meet again, father." King clutches his right arm, now half black from poison. Demon lords defeated, but battle not finished. The king of the underworld regions still stands. They meet, the honor guard, king, and the demon king. In a circle of blackened ground, armies of light and dark on each side. They fight, the wounded king and the 4 remaining honor guard. The fight takes hours, but the demon king and his infernal dragon are defeated. He and his 4 demon lords bound in arcane prisons beneath shining stones. Ring spins faster. The king, his advisor, and his honor guard sit still in an intact grove in their destroyed kingdom. A broad pack made under the eyes above and a hammer forged, only handled by his advisor. Blackness ensures, but not an evil one, a familiar, ancient one. 3 shapes in the dark, a creature eating its own tail, a giant oak that mountains would look small beside it, and a shapeless, featureless one in the back. You feel their power, immense beyond belief. The shapeless creature speaks. "Your blood sings, Martur Kurad. Will you answer its call?"
So what the fuck did I just walk into? Did I hear any of that?
That
Or
was
was
a
that
dream
all?
sequence. We're cool, bro.
It was a dream sequence,
Okay.
and I want to wake up now.
It's a half-hour dream sequence.
It sounded. Did I miss some epic voice modulation? Is that what that was
Yes,
saying?
yes, you did.
Yes, yes.
The production value increases, and you start them as soon as I go to the bathroom.
So, Martur, the voice says again the same thing, waiting for a response.
Yeah, sure. I already appear to have made a really poor decision once. Why don't I follow up on that?
Yeah, you're way too eager to make.
Do you want my blood again?
You hear the same voice rumbling as it did before.
When past deeds are resolved, you will hear a song, and the circle will be complete yet again.
And then you wake up, sweat beating down your face, and in full remembrance of the dream you just had.
I don't tell anyone about that. Nope.
Whose watch is this? is the beginning of the night or the end of the night? Or the middle, I guess. So it's probably Theron's watch.
2 out of 3 chance of it being my watch.
This is the first dream, so I think, what was it? I think it's Sterling's watch, yeah.
The first dream? There's more to
Do we have
come.
any more dreams?
Maybe. So, being Talon's watch, I'm assuming that Ryan will be going to sleep now.
Yep.
Okay. In your sleep, Ryan, you experience a dream as well. But you're not there. You just see a shape, a circle, half black, half white. White disturbed by other colors and black disturbed by other colors as well, but always battling in a kind of a equilibrium. You yourself belong to the light. You feel familiarity with it, and you know that the dark itself has a place in the world, but from a dark, ancient place, yet forgotten, even time not ignoring it. You feel this gray color sweeping in over the darkness, taking its place and holding the darkness into a bubble, prisoner, and the gray threatens to overcome everything, even the light. That is about it, and you wake up after this.
Probably not sweating like Martur. My dream was pretty vanilla.
No. No. But you do feel like this was not just a dream. This was something else. The
Word of
feeling
God.
Is similar. The feeling is similar as to when you call upon your God for magical power every day.
Cool. Alright.
Okay, and that's about it. You guys wake up in the morning, and breakfast is just fish that Elaine caught in the river. Enough for all of you to have a somewhat of a breakfast, and the rations that you guys, I believe, have taken from the cave, or not? Have you taken anything of the food over there?
I don't think
No,
we
we
took
still have
no.
like 40 pounds of jerky.
No.
We don't really need to.
I'll actually need
Okay.
to supply it so I get to town, but we're fine.
Yeah, because you
I
only need 1 pound of food per day to survive.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm down to
Okay,
32
so
pounds
that's
of
about
jerky,
it.
Or
How
30
did you-
pounds of rations.
Did you like steal rations from someone along the line?
Yes, you.
Oh, my dead character.
And other people. In fairness, I asked you as a person if it was okay if I looted your character. So
And
Yeah.
he's dead. It doesn't matter. And,
Okay, so, well,
It's respect.
you guys wake up, you take breakfast. Elaine seems to be very happy at her catch of fish. Proud, even, to be feeding so many by her own couple of hours' work.
I thank Elaine for the fish, so I don't have to use my rations.
She nods her head and says, nature has been generous today.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that one, but thanks for the fish.
Okay,
yeah, it
where
takes
does
just a few
the
minutes preparing my spells. There's only one. I'm gonna
Yeah, you can
try
you can-
detect magic instead of detect good and evil. You don't have that spell, do you, Justin?
I do not. I thought about picking it up, but if you have it, then I won't.
I'll prep it. And I may sort of have limited spell slots, obviously, but if I prep it, I can use it as a ritual.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know that. Actually, I don't have to prep rituals. As long as I have my book with me, I can just use
So
my book.
hopefully one day you'll pick up detect magic, but for now,
Yeah.
I can deal with it. But I no longer have detect good and evil. But that's kind of a bummer that it takes a spell slot. It's not a ritual.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
All right.
Okay, awesome. So, you guys continue on the road.
Yeah.
Okay. You get a thief, as I said, in the afternoon. The town is a port town, bustling with activity. People moving there and there, ships going down the river towards the big sea. Nothing out of place. The guards recognize and salute in a very military manner Elaine as she approaches and bow reverentially to Lace. But besides that, there's nothing else. The only fact that's out of context is that there are several parents that come and greet their children, hug them very happily, and everybody the children go home with their respective families. And Lace and Wayne seem to be very happy about this.
Should we use this as an opportunity to try and get information about our other possible objectives? Or what
You mean
time
now that
is
we're in
it?
town?
Is it nighttime? Is it daytime?
Should be at least afternoon.
We just woke up for breakfast. It was like afternoon.
But didn't he just say we got into the city?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
This
just gone
afternoon,
into
right?
afternoon. Yes,
Okay.
afternoon.
Well, what sort of options do we have, guys? We can go hunt down these silver tattooed hammer guys.
I'm going to Woolworth.
We can go to Woolworth. What was in Woolworth?
That's
It's
where
it's the source of the wool delivery that also had the black marble, so maybe it's where my former
Right.
person shut up shop.
Okay. Is there any other place that we might want to go? Because otherwise it sounds like we're just heading to Woolworth and that's all.
Yeah, the only other lead we had was like the moonstone that we weren't all that interested in to begin with.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know where was that one?
Elenthiel the Sage is at Jagged Tooth, which we can find by going to Goalfort and asking the dwarves of Hammerwatch. Which I guess is north.
Yeah.
North from here, yes.
Yeah.
Elaine says, if I might interrupt,
Uh-huh.
it is late for any journey. If you want to spend time in town, you are more than welcome to spend time at my place. My brother has an inn in town, and I'm sure we can all use some drinks. On the house, of course.
Cool.
Do you have is there an armor in town?
Armor? Yes, of course. Several actually. In the marketplace district, a lot of merchant and traders bring up their wares here. It's easier to get up north using our river and our boats than traveling.
Okay. I need to get this scale mail resized.
Yeah, of course. I mean that should just be a day's work. Just tell them that I sent you, and they should have it done by the morning.
Excellent. I go and find the armor and hand the scale mail.
Okay. Before you go, you are being given like directions if you do wish to come at the tavern, which is called the Rising Star, which is in the northern district of the town.
Okay.
I'm just writing down the name so I don't forget Rising Star. Go on.
Theron, are you going straight to the inn? Or are you sticking with Martur?
I kind of want to go talk to some people. I want to sit around with the party and figure out what our plan is, and then I want to figure out the course of action. So I'm going to go to the inn, just kind of hoping you guys come with me so we can chat.
Yeah. I guess I'll go with Theron. Is Martur off to the armorer, though?
I'm going to go to the inn right after. I just need to drop this off.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. You are met by a big burly man hitting a iron hot what seems to be a crowbar at the blacksmith's. He looks at you, sinks the crowbar into cold water, steam rising. Comes to you, wipes his sweat off his forehead and says, "What can I do for you, Master Dwarf?"
I hand him Neil's old split mail and say I need it resized to fit me.
Looks up and down. Can be done. Can be done. Though there's a lot of orders in queue. I don't know how much it would take.
Elaine sent me. she said that you'd be happy to help me out as quickly as possible.
Oh, I understand. Yes, we can do that on the morrow. On the morrow, we should have it.
Excellent. I'll be back in the morning.
Thank you. And he nods, takes the scale mail, and then waves you farewell. Okay, you get back to the tavern. During this time, Race has already departed to the temple.
There is a temple in this small town?
There is a small temple in the small town, yes, dedicated to Aster, but holds statues of all the other good gods.
Well, how would I know that if I haven't been there yet?
No, because that's what Race tells you.
Okay. I'll probably go there a little later, but for now we're hanging out in the tavern.
Okay,
Having an afternoon beer.
Yeah.
Or an 11:40 a.m. beer.
Speaking, hey Jackie, my former master should have a name. We never decided on that.
It's your call. I already praised something as his name, but
His name is your call?
I think best would be if you decide his name. You can decide whatever name you want.
It's only 11:30 in the morning, and it's already hot enough that I'm gonna have to go change my shirt. Hold on, I'll be right back. It's blazing hot over here.
Sounds like a personal problem.
Do you want me to tell you what the name I came up with was?
No, because that'll just
said you
confuse
hadn't
people.
come up with one.
I had one, but I think it would be a better idea if Justin comes up with one, because it is his backstory.
Wait, I got the perfect thing. I just need to find his name.
Oh gosh, this is gonna be a troll name.
It's not going to be a troll name. It's a real person's name. Mostly, I think. Where is it? Aw, I can't find his name. Alright, never mind. We'll use Chucky's name. What's the name, Chucky?
Okay. Xiao. That's his true name, and you only know him. He usually uses aliases, but
That's a girl's name.
the name... No. 1 sec. It's
Zial is a
with the
girl's
neck.
name. That's fine.
That's,
His name can be
that's
Zial.
his name.
Okay, his name's Zial.
Zial?
Apparently he's a little androgynous or very southern, and he just likes to say y'all, so it's like a nickname.
Yeah. Yep.
I thought this was his true name, and he usually.
Well, you
goes
never
by
know
an
when you deal with
alias.
criminals if they give you their true name or not.
Well, weren't you his apprentice?
That doesn't matter.
How long did you work with him? Years, right?
2 years. I'd say 2 years.
Okay.
I think that's a sensible amount. Learns just enough to be dangerous.
Where did you last see this Zial? And how long ago was it?
Hey, Chucky, what town did I last see him in? Because I was in Valis, right?
You were in Valis, but the last you saw him, you saw him in a town very far away from here. Actually, if you look on the map, it is on the map we have now. It is the most northeastern town, Sivera. Usually, the towns along the Castor Mountains or along the Narwhal Mountains are dwarven towns.
I've really been around.
Yeah, that's where he betrayed you and left you to
So it's
left
C
to take off
there?
the guild.
Like S-E.
Siverra.
Civerra.
Yeah,
You said S.
I said S.
You typed it
Yes.
right, but you spelled it. Oh, that's fine.
I spelled it wrong.
Wow,
Okay.
I've really been around. Okay.
What? My hometown is like thousands and thousands of miles away.
Yeah, mine
Yeah.
is probably pretty far too.
Like, yeah.
Well, I'm from one of the nearby like mountain ranges, but
Yeah.
I still feel like I've been around
Yeah.
at this point. That's a good distance. So that's the last place I saw him, and then
Yeah.
like As I was
You have
running
to
from the
fly.
authorities, I met up with you guys. So somehow I got all the way from Severa to Golden Fort while running away.
You ran a lot.
I ran
As
a
the
lot.
crow flies, that's only like a couple 100 miles.
Yeah, but I'm not a crow. I didn't fly. I walked.
I mean, even by walk, that's like maybe a couple of weeks journey, maybe months south and around.
While on the
Who knows
run.
what's north, though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Bowen is
so
unimpressed.
Please
Bowen
don't
is
do
on
it
a-
if you're not impressed. Anyway.
Elaine interjects with a couple of
Wait,
months
Elaine is
of
hanging out
ale.
at the bar?
She invited you here. It's her brother's bar.
I swear, every time we think we have a private conversation, Elaine just like pops up over our shoulder and interjects.
Yeah, well, she's all up on you after that strength check. So
Yeah. And she
Roll for
just
hotness.
puts. I already lost hotness. Say she was about I think like 14, something like that.
wow.
Well, once we get the party assembled, and if Elaine is just kind of hanging out there.
No, she brings drinks from the bar as she
Oh,
promised.
cool. If she's going to be our
And-
bard maid, that's awesome. So,
Yeah, and she just gives you your rooms, takes a seat and says, "So, what are you guys planning?"
Why are you so interested in our plans?
Well, you seem to be people of honor, from what I've seen you doing.
We're not
You have
people, of
taken-
honor, but
You saw us
Men.
murdering
all
Men.
goes
each other.
according to plan. We may be bound for such.
maybe.
And to be honest, I'm tired of this captain of the guard job here in TIFF. It is unrewarding and mostly political than anything else.
Who will step up if you are not here to lead these men?
There are many who do a better job than me. As I said, mostly political job, and politics is
Weren't you-
something I'm not good at.
Weren't you the only one that went to save the kids? I mean, if no one else volunteered, then no one's going to do a better job because you're the only one actually willing to do the job.
Yeah, and why are you the only one that went to go save the kids? Why didn't the town guard go out to save the kids?
Shakes her head. Noble said is what's too risky. That would provoke an assault.
Oh, so you're the
Fucking
only
nobles.
person here who's not willing to cower down to nobles when it comes to protecting the innocent? I feel like you're the only person here who can do that job in that case.
Well, I would agree with you, but after what I've done, I don't think the nobles would very much like my popular position with the people right now. I'm not afraid. I've taken on assassinations before, but I just feel like my place here, my role here, has been
How
wrong
many,
done.
how many corrupt nobles does this town have?
Well, it takes
It is-
one.
She says, "Yeah, it only takes one, but where one comes, many join."
Well, is he like a mayor or something? Can we just, like,
There is a
remove him from
governor,
his-
but
Oh, well, we'll just
the
remove him
governor
from his
only-
position. We'll put you in charge. Problem solved.
doesn't work like that. The merchants control the city more or less. The ones that use this city to move around their cargo. It would be near impossible to figure out who all of them are and take them out, and I'm sure that more of them will come. This is a major point in their businesses. I don't think they'll relinquish it that easily. And to be honest, I tried. Trust me, I have tried to.
All right, well, frankly, I don't care enough about this town to help. So,
Yeah, perhaps you
Yeah,
should
that's
try a
kind of
little
how I
harder.
feel. We should discuss our other
Oh.
options then.
if you were useful in that fight, though, so if you want to come with us, as long
I
as you
kind
don't
of kick him
slow-
under the table.
I'd be interested in that. Oh, listen, a bard, and you hear the melodic sound of a harp going up, and kind of just glancing around, you see this bard in like very colorful clothes, singing at a harp, and a little dog, kind of like jumping and dancing.
I kind of want to keep talking about our options. So I
Okay,
ignore the
sure.
bard and the puppy. So, what are our options, guys? One, we can go hunt down these silver people up in the past or whatever. Two, we can... What else can we do here? What are our other options?
Well, there is Martur's sketchy former master is importing wool.
Mm-hmm.
Exporting.
Can't let
wool.
that
He exports
slide.
wool from Woolworth to Tith. But the point is that it might be his new base of operations. I don't care about the
Yeah.
wool specifically.
The
Or
wool
at
is
least
not a
the lead
big
on his
deal. If
location.
he's a bad person, we can go and put a stop to him, but is he the right person for us to stop right now?
He's a slaver.
There-
He just sold a bunch of people to be sacrificed to summon a demon.
It sounds pretty evil to me.
The summoning the demon thing is pretty problematic. Who's going to summon the demon? Let's go find them and stop them.
Well, someone bought them from my master, right? So if we find my master, we can interrogate him, find out who bought him, then kill him, and then go find the guy who
Well,
he
we
sold
should
the
leave him
slaves.
alive. He's going to be useful to us some other point in time. But let's go find your former master and interrogate him. Bowen, you cool with this? All right.
Yep,
So,
I'm on
I
board.
imagine this feels like a flashback to Bo, and he's like, not this shit again.
all right, Theron. What are we? Or not Theron. Martur. What are we? How do we go about getting in touch with your former self or whatever?
Well, he'll recognize me, but if you guys go into Woolworth claiming to have stolen goods defense, I'm sure you can come across him fairly easily.
Elaine interjects and says, "I know the trader that gives exports wool from there. I can easily get you inside without being noticed."
And I think Theron and I can get him to talk.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. But
Yeah.
again, I think I need to stress out that these silver clerics have been moving around, especially in Wolof. Seeing
Are
them
these-
around much more than usual.
What god did these silver clerics worship?
I never asked, but the only thing that resembled anything religious is a giant eye on their as the religious symbols, I think you call them, or holy symbols. I don't always
I'm gonna
forget
make
the words, Grace
another
tells me.
crapshoot religion check. 13.
You
They're silver
know
clerics?
nothing
Do they
of
have like
this
a
eye.
silver arm anywhere?
Yeah, that's what
No
I was
silver
gonna ask
arm that I
next.
know of.
Is
Not
it
silver
related
arm
to
that I know
this? Is it related to
Uh,
the Order of the Silver Arm?
Ooh, I know nothing about this.
About what?
My religion's pretty terrible. Let me look at
Yeah,
it.
I
I think
rolled
it's just
4 on my check.
Yeah, she shakes her head.
I'm
They-
trained in religion, but as Theron pointed out, I'm not the what was
Oh,
it,
religion's
the
based on
brightest
int. I have
tool
a
in
great
the
religion.
box.
I have a great
They,
religion.
Yeah.
they talk about the true way, and I've even seen some of them with weird eyes painted on their inner palms. I remember one. I was partly drunk, but I remember one coming at me and doing this, and it puts her hand like this. I greet you, and I see the true path, and then I punched him in the face. Well,
So,
I don't know if that.
plan?
I think that might be something important. If
Well,
you
my
decide
armor
to
will be
go.
ready in the
Let's
morning,
leave on the
and then
morrow
we can
for-
head off to Woolworth. Yeah.
All right, cool.
You guys need to do anything else in town?
Sounds right.
I would like to see what this temple is, but I'll do that some point in the afternoon.
Well,
Okay.
we're about like 2 minutes from break, so if there's anything we should do, let's do it now. Or we can just go to break a little bit early.
Why don't I get a description of the temple?
Do it.
Yeah.
It's not
So
it's a two-story building made out of outside it has tiles of marble, but inside it's made out of cut stone. It's pretty. It's not majestic or anything, but it is pretty. You can see that it's been made with passion by the people of the town. There are statues dedicated to each god. The biggest one being Astaire, the big bearded god with the hammer. Was it? Was the description of Astaire?
That was mostly a joke. I mean, that's how I envision him. But I was mostly a comment on how people tend to personify their gods for whatever purpose they want.
Okay,
So I was drawing that like I had just heard, reading up on some history of like medieval Europe, and the Germanic tribes first hearing about Jesus Christ, and all of a sudden all this religious Christian art starts showing up where it's pretty ambiguous whether it's Thor or Jesus. So like these depictions of Jesus with a giant hammer and leading the Germanic tribes to battle.
That's awesome.
That's my Astaire.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the sister as well.
Jesus with a giant warhammer leading the troops into battle.
And a beard and
I see
well,
a white beard, white hair.
yeah. I was thinking, sorry, my mind drifts to Odin.
Yeah, the Allfather.
Yeah, the one.
That's
yeah,
right. Yeah, that's the joke we were making last time. So there is a statue of him.
There is a statue of him and of all the other gods of the good part, good part. I don't know all the other all the gods in Solom. So
that's pretty much just Martha, isn't it?
any other good gods besides Astaire?
Yeah,
there's a lot
Astaire
of
and Martha
lesser
are the
gods.
two good gods. Mal something and Verossi are the two bad ones, and you've got Falumbra Nerul as neutral and Stereth as neutral. So you got 3 neutral, 2 good, 2 evil for the main 7.
Yeah, Farumbra and all of the neutral ones are there as well. None of the evil ones there.
And then there's dozens of lesser gods. And that
Yeah,
sort of-
there will probably be more
Yes.
to come as well, as I flesh out the gods and stuff.
Yeah, these are the big statues, and to the sides they're like little shrines of wooden miniatures of these minor gods as well, whatever they are.
So it is a full-fledged temple.
It is a full-fledged temple, yes.
Does Race seem to run the place, or is he just...
He seems to run the place. He is the head cleric, from what you can figure out. He finishes his sermon, and after that comes and greets you, welcomes you to his temple. That was a weird sound.
What are we doing?
And
Yeah. Unless he says anything, I was mostly just scoping the place out. I'll probably kneel.
that's about it.
Yeah, kneel before a stair. Do my usual duty. I would donate money, but I'm pretty much broke.
Okay.
So
Okay, one sec. So you pray to him?
yeah, sure, yeah.
Okay.
Nothing in particular. Just going through the.
That's the
usual
chance of
motions.
God answering your prayers.
I'm not that level yet.
Every level
You
is
just-
that level in 5th edition, Ryan.
No, no. 5th edition is way more. There's literally is a cleric power that's like pray for divine intervention. You have 1% chance per cleric level.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. But you feel something different in your prayer. Nothing happens, or it's just different. The only feeling that I can incur to you that would be of any relevance is unbalance.
Unbalanced.
Yes.
As the answer to my prayer, or do I feel like this place is the source?
No,
not
this is a feeling imparted to you as you pray, not by anything in particular. Just your body is filled with this feeling after your prayer, something that has not happened before.
That seems in line with my dream last night.
Okay. Well, on
Okay,
that note,
good.
we should go to our
We
break.
shall break.
Okay.
Yeah.
And when we come back, maybe we'll have another dream. Maybe not. We'll see.
Maybe Farron will
knows?
finally dream.
All right. See you guys on the other side. Bye-bye.
See ya.